Well, hello, everybody. I wanted to get on here real quick and talk about an experience that I had recently. So for those who follow me on social media, you know that I recently bought a travel trailer. I was driving through the country and it was brand new and we had some issues with it. So I'm trying to get some pieces and parts figured out, get some things fixed on it. And I'm going to several stores throughout the country and trying to talk to auto parts people and people at RV shops and things and trying to get these things fixed on it that I'm dealing with. And one thing I noticed, and I've experienced this in other fields too, I'm sure you guys have as well, but it was very hard to find somebody who was competent and knew what I needed and knew what the problem was with my trailer, that why it wasn't, why it was shaky and having some issues or whatever. It seemed to me like it should be a pretty simple fix. It's a brand new trailer. I've got a new hitch, like should be able to figure that out. You know, if you work in that field, I don't, but I was hoping there was some expert that would. And I went to so many shops, so many auto parts stores where nobody knew what they were doing. And then I would go to camping RV stores. Nobody could help me. Nobody could figure it out. Finally, I went to this place and first the service guy says, well, I don't know. Why don't you go to the parts store and talk to the girl there? So I go into the parts store and I don't see a girl. I see a guy. Hey, can you help me? No, I don't know. You got to talk to the girl. Okay, fine. You know, I don't know. Can anyone help me with this? I'm not an expert in trailers and hitches, but I need some help. I don't care who it is. It's a girl, boy, old, young, black, white, purple. I don't care. I just need somebody. This girl comes out. She's got gauged ears, red dyed hair, tattoos, piercings. You know, it looked a little rough around the edges. I was like, hey, I don't care. Can you help me? She came out. The woman was amazing. I was like, oh my God, somebody who's competent. She looks at the trailer. She takes a quick look at it, analyzes it. Here's what you need to do. Let's fix the problem. Wow, this was like amazing. I was like, wow, I can't believe how many incompetent people that I went to. And then, you know, so hey, shout out to women, because it took a woman to do a man's job. Like this should have been a guy that could have, you know, that had been in the field for 40 years, should have been able to figure it out, but they couldn't. This young woman came in real smart and real competent and was able to fix my problem. The point of this is, I feel like a lot of the people that I asked for help did not care. They did not want to be at work. They did not want to do that job. They were not interested in that field. So why the hell are you working at an auto parts store or a camping RV store or a car store if you're not interested in cars and auto parts and trailer hitches and those kinds of things and figuring things out, mechanical? You should not work at that job. Okay. So, and I've experienced, this has not just been with travel trailers and cars. And I mean, this is other fields. Like if you go to a doctor office and the medical assistant there does not seem to care or have any interest in helping you solve your medical issues. If you've ever dealt with an insurance company, you'd think that you'd call an insurance company, they'd want to help you. You know, you're in good hands with State Farm, you're in good hands, State Farm, like a good neighbor. Like these people, the people that you talk to on the phone do not care. And I've experienced this way too much. So I think the problem is that people are they're in the wrong field. People should not be working at these places. They do not want to be there. A recent Gallup poll showed that 85% of people are disengaged or hate their jobs. So it's not just me. Job stress is linked to depression, heart disease, and poor sleep. 50% of people feel trapped in their jobs, according to Harvard. So you're not alone, but you don't have to stay stuck. What can we do about it? Well, you need a job, right? You need money. Money does buy happiness to a point. Happiness plateaus after $75,000 a year. People earning $150,000 in jobs they hate report less life satisfaction than people earning $60,000 doing what they love. Updated 2021 study, more money only increases happiness if you enjoy your job. So please, for the love of God, for your sake and my sake, the customer's sake, the clients, whatever they may be, whoever you're dealing with, the general public at large, if you are in a job and you hate it, get out of the job, find something else to do. If you need some help, I can help you. I think I can help you figure out what you're good at. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has something they're good at, something that they're interested in and that they can contribute to this world. I believe that. I strongly believe that. You should be looking at something that you're interested in, something that you're good at, and something that the world needs. If you can satisfy all three of those things, you're on the right track. Maybe you can't do it right away. And people say, I know people are going to say, oh, well, that's not realistic. Like, oh, if that was the case, then there wouldn't be any janitors. Okay, well, maybe you want to be a custodian at a building for a company that you'd like to work with, and you'd like to start at as the custodian. Or maybe you want to be a custodian to learn what custodians do, and then you're going to start a custodian business, and you're going to own it, and you're going to make a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of options with anything, with something that you're interested in. And again, we said money doesn't buy happiness. You might not need a lot of money, but you should be able to find something that's serving the world. So please, if you hate your job, just quit it and let's move on, okay? Thank you for your attention to this matter.